Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to more Bravely Default. Last time we began the game. Hang on. Okay. What a way to start the episode. As I was saying, we started Bravely Default last episode, and we got to know our two first main characters, Tiz and Agnes, and we got to know a little bit about the world that this game takes place in. Including the tragedy of the Great Chasm and the apparent enemies of the game, the Eternians. After Tiz saved Agnes from an Eternian attack, we're now making our way back to Caldisla, the Land of Beginnings. We left off with party chats being introduced, but we didn't actually read our first one, so let's go ahead and do that. A common destination. They left. Lucky us, I suppose. Are you alright? Are you hurt? They were clearly after me. Why did you not run? It didn't cross my mind, I guess. I was a little distracted. But more importantly, are you hurt? I am fine. You have my thanks. But they will be back for me. I am certain of it. For your own sake, it is best our paths diverged here. But there's only one road back to town. Whoa, hey, wait! Let's go after her.
I still haven't gotten your name, miss. Mine's Tiz Orier.
Agnes. Agnes oblige. And I'm Airy. It's a pleasure.
Ugh, a miniature monster.
Ugh, rude. I am not a miniature monster. I am a crystal fairy. Fire, water, wind, earth. 4 crystals. 4 pillars of the world. Agnes is the vestal of wind. She tends the wind crystal.
Vestal of wind?
Priestess, bride, and servant to the crystals. A weaver of prayers who ensures their eternal glow. The vestal's rites purify the crystals, warding the world from natural disaster. The crystals reveal the way to the vestals, and the vestals pass that on to the people. They guide the world. In times past, perhaps, but now the crystals go forgotten, and the vestals with them.
And what purpose should bring a vestal here?
That chasm. A week prior, at the same time the ground parted here, the crystal of wind was consumed by an unnatural darkness. The crystals are the source of all life and all energy in the world. Our lands, our seas, and all that inhabit them exist through the crystal's bounty. They sustain us. But a foul corruption has overtaken them. The wind lies still, and the oceans rot. Fire runs wild, and the earth, well, at this rate, the world will be shrouded in a darkness fit to blot out all life from existence. I had to see the chasm for myself.
What is it? What caused the ground to fall?
I do not know, but I do know how to unmake it and stop the coming dark. I must hurry back to Ansheim. Come, Airy, let's go.
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, that's quite the intro. We got another party chat, though. The Miracle Man. Hey. Hear me out. This isn't the place to go charging on alone. The crags are dark even by day. It's always been a nest for monsters. Airy, are you truly certain this boy is the Miracle Bringer? Absolutely. Right time, right place. He's your Miracle Man. I'd bet my wings on it. He saved your life, didn't he? Just like my prediction said he would. I'd call that pretty darn miraculous. Yes, but... Mr. Tiz, was it? Just Tiz is fine. Tiz, then? Was it you that my prayer reached? I don't know about reached, but I heard you say it anyway. He's the sole survivor of a village swallowed up whole. How much more miracle do you need? That was no miracle. There was nothing miraculous about it. My family is gone. All my friends, everyone. That was no miracle. I couldn't even begin to imagine.
You said you could unmake it. Do you mean to say you'll repair that giant hole?
I will do what only I am able. Purify the crystals and release them from the darkness. Once this blight has been purged from all 4 of the world's crystals, order will be restored. It is the only way.
Vestals have been pouring their prayers into the crystals for generations. Agnes is going to release all that at once. The flood of light that comes out of them should be more than enough to wipe that big hole off the map.
I can't even imagine. Agnes, please, let me help you.
My task is not your concern.
It is my concern. The chasm, it just swallowed up my village, my family, my friends. I lived the same routine all my life, and that was just stolen from me in an instant. I'll not allow anyone else to suffer the same. I'll do anything you need. Please, you're a light, my ray of hope, and I want to help.
Well, Agnes?
I cannot accept. This burden is mine alone, and alone is how I'll see it done.
But why? Please!
I shall see you back to the city, and there our paths will part. You are not meant to carry this load.
Oh man, they introduced the party chat mechanic, and they're just throwing multiple of them at us. Just a lowly goblin? Alright, we'll just auto. Oh, he didn't stand much of a chance. Okay, we're almost to a job level as well with Tiz. He's at like 24 out of 30 or something. Let's go to the job menu and check. 24 out of 30. There are a lot of jobs in this game, but we only have Freelancer right now. That's okay. If we go to actually now that we have Agnes and Eri in the party, while Eri isn't a character we can actively control, she's kind of like a navigator of sorts. Think of like Navi from Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. But she will have little dialogue in the bottom screen every time there is a update in the narrative. So right now she says, "Are you going to see the king, Tiz? Perhaps he knows a way to cross the sea." I won't be reading all of these, as there are a lot of them, a lot of comments that she has. But if I find something pretty funny, I'll go ahead and read it to you guys. Alright, so let's read our third party chat. Rebuilding a village. Truly appreciate your desire to help. But do you intend to just leave your village like this? No, of course not. I'll rebuild it someday. I am wanted by the duchy. Eternian assassins may lurk in any shadow at any time. What's more, I must leave this place at once to purify the crystals. If something were to befall you, who would be left to put your village to rights again? I'll rebuild it. I will. You don't have to tell me I'm the only one who can. Then surely it's best you stayed but Norende will never be whole again until that chasm is gone. And here I meet you, the one person who knows how to make that happen. It seems the obvious thing to do is to help you, keep you safe, and solve this thing together. Yes, but how do you propose... I don't know yet. First, the king needs to know what's happened. Smart move on Tiz. Staying alongside Agnes, trying to help rebuild his village as well.
What's that pendant you wear?
This? It was given to me by someone special. It's something of a lucky charm.
A lucky charm? That's charming. Sorry, that sounded daft. It's very pretty. It suits you.
Agnes's pendant. This miraculous accessory lets you communicate with other players. Rest in peace, Nintendo Online. Register other players you'd like to play with as friends. You can summon friends to aid you in battle, share abilities, and more. First, register as friends using your Nintendo 3DS systems. Then just Street Pass, and you're all set. Or, visit the adventurer to register friends via the internet or local connection. Use update data below save to access the internet and grab your friend's latest data. Updating data brings a lot more benefits than just that, so be sure to do it once a day. Too bad a lot of these features are no longer available because, again, rest in peace Nintendo 3DS Online. But we're still given the tutorials for it anyways because, well, you know, it's ingrained into the game. So let's go ahead and just keep on going. Summons! Other players' characters can be summoned to aid you. Your affinity with friends' characters will rise with each summoning, increasing their power. The Send feature. You can set which character will perform what action when other players summon you. Show them your ultimate ace in the hole. Using friends summons well. Ask your friends to send their strongest attacks before you tackle a boss. Already used it up? No problem. Just have them send it again. Be sure to send one back too. It's fair. Fair is fair. Let's try using send. This time we'll send an attack. So we first click on summon friend, send an attack, we then perform the attack. The attack is registered, and then it is sent to our friends or just out into Nintendo 3DS's online features via Street Pass. Inbox. Press right on the plus control pad, or tap the icon at the left of the bottom screen to open the map menu. There, tap the inbox icon to view the Street Pass info. Collect sent moves. Strangers use Street Pass will be registered as guests. Guests can be summoned just like friends, so get out there and Street Pass and get those guests. Too bad for you, game. I'm a social outcast and an introvert. I never get out of my house. You think I have friends? No. Unfortunately, we won't be able to fully utilize the send and summon feature due to the unfortunate circumstances that I've already mentioned before. However, that won't stop me from going over what exactly the send and summon features have done in the game's history. There's a lot of really cool things that people have done with send and summon. And Street Pass is a pretty big, influential part of this game's history in general. So even though we won't be able to do much of the content that is relying on Street Pass, I'll still be going over them in due time. One thing I want to note before we continue the story is that alongside this video, episode 2, of my Bravely Default playthrough, I will also be releasing the Freelancer job overview and the introduction to what jobs are in Bravely Default. So I'll be linking that video in the description of this one. That will be a separate playlist that will encompass every single job in the game as we unlock them. Now, with that being said, that does not mean that as soon as we unlock a new job, that the guide will be immediately out. I'm working on both the playthrough and the guides separately, so the release schedule will be within a similar time frame, but will not be immediately following each other. So let's say we unlock job number 2. The job guide on job number 2 might not immediately show up whenever we unlock it. It might be a few episodes down the line. But rest assured, the job guides for that job will be released soon after, if not immediately after, we unlock the job in the game. With that being said, that was a bit of a long tangent. Let's go ahead and talk to the king. One thing I want to do that I didn't do here in episode 1 is talk to the remaining guards here. Seems the Sky Knights are being led by a white mage called Holly and a brawler named Barris. Yeah, we kind of figured that out. They were shooting cannons at us. There's a large lake to the southwest. The Sky Knights seem to have taken up camp there. Oh dear. Alright, Kingy, what you got for us?
Ah, 'tis. Good to see you safely returned. What of Norende? I take it from your grim countenance, our fears were confirmed.
It is gone, but not forgotten, Your Highness. I'm prepared to rebuild it. It will take time, but Norende will recover.
Well spoken, lad. I shall support the effort however I can. Take this. It will serve as a token of your new office as chairman of the restoration effort.
It's an honor. Your Highness, isn't there any way to drive the Eternian military from the borders of your kingdom?
Tis.
Nah, they've been a curse upon us all of late. And never more than this last week. They're in a lather over this search for the wind vestal. I've no clue what has them so desperate, but they've begun making bold threats. They've berthed their ships at the lake southwest of us with cannons trained on the city. I fear our own ships cannot fly as long as they've our people at gunpoint. It galls me, but there's little I can do.
Your Highness, I offer my humblest apology for the ordeal I have forced upon your kingdom. I am Agnes Oblige, the Vestal of Wind.
You!
I shall resolve the matter. I give you my word, I will cause you no further grief.
Will you? Yes, that would be... But wait a moment.
You need worry on the matter no further, Your Highness. Farewell.
Wait! I'm coming too!
Okay, that was a dramatic... I just want to take a moment. That was a dramatic shift in what exactly Agnes was saying earlier. But I just want to say, okay, so does Tiz know anything about, like, village rebuilding or architecture? Or I don't exactly know what you would need to be a professional in order to oversee a village rebuilding operation. But the king's like, you there! Good job! Promotion for you! To Tiz immediately. Like, is this really the guy that you want rebuilding a village? I mean, I get it. It's his village, but still... Anyway. A peek at Norende, rebuilding the village. Hit right on the control pad or touch the icon, blah, blah, blah. Looks like we saw this menu before. So let's go ahead and do that. So if we look at the bottom left here, we can click on the little village icon, and we're put into the Norende screen. Let's rebuild Norende together. You can give the building orders from the screen. Use the touchscreen to issue commands. Grow the population. With every street pass, the village gains a new resident. A task that takes 1 worker an hour only takes 2 workers 30 minutes. Got 10 residents? You're done in 6 minutes flat. Erect buildings. Shops breathe life into a town. Touch a site, set the worker count, and the building begins. If you'd like to build on rough land, you'll have to wait till it to till it first. Oh, I can read there. What are nemesis? Something I can't do. Nemesis are mysterious enemies that invade through the net. They have 2 ways into your world. They can be sent from the server when you update data, or sent from others via Street Pass. How do I fight nemesis? When a nemesis icon appears in the village, touch it and select Fight. Just watch out for the recommended level. If you're wiped out, it's game over. Protecting nemesis. The village can hold up to 7 nemesis at once. When an 8th arrives, the oldest will disappear. unless it's been protected. If there's one you want to fight, protect it. Sharing nemesis. You send to deliver a nemesis to the players you street pass. Nemesis sent from the server vanish upon defeat, but if they're sent to you through street pass, you can have a rematch. So basically, you could send overpowered bosses to random strangers you walk by in the middle of the road and just say, ha ha ha, screw you. Yeah, it's an interesting system. So, we don't have much available when it comes to Norende. A lot of it's blocked off, and we have to unlock the maps first, and it takes a lot. It takes a few hours just to get something. Like, this is 10 hours, so if we put our one villager on it, it would take 10 hours. You know, this would be 2 hours. And normally, you're supposed to put your 3DS to sleep, so Norende can just kind of work in the background as you sleep. So whenever you woke up in the morning, the progress on Norende would be, you know, still going. This will be something that I very slowly work on throughout the playthrough. I have no clue if I'll be able to finish this whole thing before the playthrough is done, but I'm gonna try my damnedest. So for right now, we have access to the trader, which if we level it up, we can get access to a potion and teleport stone. What this means is that if we get access, if we level up the trader, we can go to the adventurer and buy these items from the adventurer. That's basically our Norende vendor. Same with the armor shop. It takes 30 minutes, but we can get the bronze armor if we finish leveling that up to level 1. I think for right now, I'm actually going to set the trader to go. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And we'll check back in on that in about 15 minutes. Here's a party chat for us as well. Agnes's intentions. Agnes, what do you mean you resolve the matter? Don't tell me you're thinking of storming the Eternian camp at the Southwest Lake alone. Don't be ridiculous. I'm well aware that I am no match for an airship. Good. It sounds like they have this city in their crosshairs besides. As long as these people are held hostage, I have no choice. They didn't seem the types to talk this out. Wait, you wouldn't. You can't. Oh, that doesn't bode well. Also, another thing, if we look at the map menu, we have an update on our quests. Hunt for hidden items. Clear. Change playback speed. Check it out. Brave for a quad attack. So we've completed these 4 tutorial quests. And we got a phoenix down, an antidote, and a high potion for that. So what are the other 2 quests we have right now? We have save on the world map, which is pretty easy to complete, and view battle controls help. So there's a little help icon in the battle screen whenever you're in combat, and it wants us to click that to see what it does. Those aren't too bad.
Agnes! Oh, Agnes! I've a plan. A good one. Get captured. Then they'll take you aboard their airship. That's your ticket across the sea.
It's true that no ships can sail upon the ocean now that it's rotted.
You can't really mean to. Agnes, they'll kill you!
I'll not ask you again. Leave us. You are too eager to meddle in the affairs of others. Farewell.
Agnes, wait! That road leads to the graveyard. It's a dead end.
Which way is the lake?
It seems you've need of a guide. At least let me show you the way there.
Unacceptable.
I think it's a grand idea. It could take weeks with Agnes's sense of direction.
Airy? Very well. Then I ask you to serve as our guide. Only as a guide. And only as far as the lake. Is that clear?
As a crystal. Leave it to me.
Well, there we go, and we get more party chats. I promise party chats are not this frequent. It's mostly because it's a new mechanic and they're trying to introduce you into party chats. I promise they aren't this frequent. Wow. Tis the Navigator. Your sense of direction is so bad, it's almost magical, Agnes. What? Surely it is not so... How many times did you get lost in that ravine? There was only one path. That's not exactly true. There were technically two, but I get what Aries saying. And it took you 2 hours to find me at the top, despite perfect visibility. Okay, that inexcusable. The canyon path was very twisty. I'm certain it's a maze even to the locals. Not really. But at least this way I have an excuse to tag along and... never mind. Stay close. The lake we make for is said to be unreachable by any but the most knowledgeable. Right, of course. I'll bet. So, what did you plan to do once we get there, Agnes? That is no concern of yours, Tiz. I have no choice. Not as long as they have people... Not as long as they have the people of Caldisla in their sights. It will be fine. Enemy or no, they are men, not monsters. I think we should probably stock up just in case things go awry. Let's go ahead and get another broadsword. And... well, we don't have any helmets. If we look at the bottom screen, we can see what stat increases we get. And I think 2 pointy hats is probably our best bet. Agnes is in need of a better armor piece, so let's get her a linen cuirass. We can afford that. And I don't think I'm going to worry about the bronze gauntlets just yet. Let's go to the equip menu now. And let's give Tiz the broadsword, and we'll just have Agnes dual-wield daggers. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then we give them both a pointy hat. That increases their defense pretty well. There we go. Looking nice. Okay, item shop. So we have 6 potions, 3 Phoenix Downs, 3 antidotes. Actually, I think we're pretty safe on that. And then we can't even use magic as a freelancer anyways. At least not as a freelancer main job, so that's kind of worthless. Let's talk to this guy. He, seems to be lost in thought. Apologies, but I have no time to chat. I'm meeting the florist girl here. Oh. Mr. Ladykiller over there. You know, I actually think that's a pretty decent place to stop for this episode. We've been introduced to a lot of mechanics, and we've been sent to our next major objective, which is to go to the lake and confront the Eternian Sky Knights. So, with that, next time on Bravely Default, we'll be going and confronting the Eternian Sky Knights. Wow, that's a little redundant of me. And yeah. So with that, I'll see you guys soon.